Hello everyone, you are welcome to today's session, and in today's lesson we'll be looking at the solution to the assignment. So it's going to be a very short meeting, simply to go through the solution to the assignment that was given in our previous lesson, or in the previous lesson, and the assignment is exactly what we have on the screen. So find the following by long division. So here immediately you read the question, you know that you underline this. It means if you use any other approach, you will score 0. That simply will mean you didn't adhere to instruction. And adherence to instruction is part of what exams. Okay, so in this case, let's go and look at what the first one, then we come towards that of the second one, the B. So quickly, let's see. Okay, so as usual, solution is what you write first. Then we always have to extract, what we are asked to deal with. We don't straight away move on to find or move on to our steps. Okay, so quickly, questions are numbered, so we need to number we don't have any, major number, but we have minor numbers. So I have A. Then I extract what I'm giving. Or even if you don't want to write giving, you have to extract what you have there. You have to write it. That one you don't have a choice. So x cubed minus 2x squared, then plus 3x, then minus 2, all over x minus 1. And please take note, I will try as much as possible to address all major concerns. However, after walking you through the solution, if you still have any outstanding issues, don't hesitate to let me know. Anything that I underline, any comment that I pass that you couldn't relate or you want me to throw further light on, you don't hesitate to let me know. So first step, equal to by, you leave a line before you come and write your equal to by experience. Because you know what will happen. You will need that line for your quotient. So then you come and write your divisor, which is x minus 1. So we are setting up, that's our first step. Setting up our long division. Then this gives us x cubed, minus what? 2x squared, plus what? 3x, then minus 2. So now that we positioned our divisor and the dividend where they are supposed to be, we kickstart the long division process. So x cubed divided by x will give us x squared. We write it on top of the 2x squared, a term with the same degree. This time this will give you x squared, x cubed. This time this will give us what? Minus x squared. Then you come and subtract. Don't forget this your bracket. Then when you are subtracting, you come and rule a line. So if you subtract x cubed minus x cubed, always your first term, so your first subtraction will give you 0. If it doesn't, then it means you have issues. Minus 2x squared minus x squared. So it's minus 2x squared plus x squared, which will give us minus x squared. Then we bring down the other two terms, so which will give us 3x minus 2. Then you start the process again. Here you can't end because the degree of your dividend, which is your new dividend, is greater than this. It's not less than what you have here. If it's less than, then we will stop. Immediately it's greater than or equal to, we cannot. So we have to start the process again. So minus x squared divided by x, and that will give us minus x. Then you multiply the minus x by all the terms here. So you are going to get minus x squared. Then this time this will give you plus what? X. You come and subtract again. And if you subtract, we are going to get, this will go 3x minus what? X. And that will give you 2x. Then you bring down your negative 2. Start the process again because the degree here is not less than this, is equal to. So 2x over x will give me plus 2. This time this will give me 2x. This time this will give me minus 2. So if I subtract, I'm going to get 0. If you like, you can do this. Put this one there or write 0 there. You can write 0 there. There are no issues. So now once you are able to get this, then it means we need to go and draw our conclusion. So your conclusion will be, therefore, whatever that you were given, x cubed minus 2x squared plus 3x, minus 2 all over your x minus 1 will be equal to, and here remember we said it will always be the quotient plus the remainder all over the divisor. So our quotient is what we have up here. So that gives us what? S squared minus x, then plus 2. Then plus your remainder over the divisor. But once your remainder is 0, this factor that you are going to introduce will always be 0. So you just end here. You don't introduce it. However, if you introduce that as maybe plus 0 over whatever that you have here, you have to move on to the next step, which will mean that 0 if any quantity is 0. So you'll be left with only this one. Is my point well made? So those of you concluded with a 0 over that, you cannot, because this will give you a specific value. It means your answer is not in a simplified form. And your answers must always be in the simplified form before you get the full score. So the final answer that will come with the marking scheme will be this, not this. So you can't get the final answer score. Point well made. Okay, very good. Okay, who wants me to go over? Are we all fine? Come again. Hello, come again.
I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay, everything. Okay, so I was saying that once your remainder is 0, okay, your answer becomes just the quotient. Okay, so it's just like if I give you 6 over 3, you know that 3 can go into 6 exactly with no remainder, with a remainder of 0. So your answer will be what? Will be 2 straight away. So you don't write 2 plus or 2 whole number 0 over 3. You know that. Is that clear? If your remainder is 0, the special situation, that's what you have. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one, B, if you are all fine. Okay, quickly, B. Equally, we extract. If you like, you can write the given or you don't write. So I am going to ignore the given, then just write this. So meaning this is also another way of starting your presentation. Okay, nowadays, because of constraints and what have you, I always want to be smart and save time as well. So in this case, I can write therefore here and keep on. My final answer, I won't draw my conclusion. That's also another way. Is my point well made? Because once you know that whatever that you write first, the quantity that you've written is what you are going to write in your conclusion on the left-hand side. Okay, what do? You can write therefore here. Otherwise, if you change along the line, you cannot write therefore. So please take notes. So indirectly, I'm saying that I can write therefore. What I'm giving here is equal to, okay, I'm going to do my long division. Okay, my what do you call it? Divisor is s squared, okay, minus x, then plus 1. My dividend is what? S cubed, okay, minus what? S squared, then minus x, then minus 4. All correct? Okay, so we are good to go. At this point again, you take the first term of your divisor and the first term of the dividend. Then you come and divide, okay, the latter by the former. Okay, so now what do we have? S cubed divided by s squared, and that will give us x. You come and write it on top of, okay, that quantity. Then you come and multiply this and all the terms here. So that will give us x times s squared, which will give us s cubed, s times minus x, which will give us minus s squared, x times, okay, plus x, and that will give us x plus x. You come and subtract. If you subtract, this will go. Okay, minus s squared minus, that will also go. Am I right? Okay, then what do we get? We are going to get minus x minus x, so that will give us minus 2x here, then minus 4. Okay, at this point, okay, the degree of our new dividend is less than, okay, that of what? The divisor. The divisor is of degree 2, dividend is of what? Degree 1. So in this case, our new dividend becomes the remainder. So we can't go further. And okay, indirectly, we are going to have our final answer, which this will be equal to always quotient which is just a term, so bracket is not necessary, plus your remainder. So your remainder is minus 2x minus 4 all over your divisor, and your divisor is s squared, okay, minus x plus 1. Okay, at this point, this is what some of you did, and it resulted in the wrong answer. You can see that it is always, okay, your quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. So if for nothing at all, what you write first, I mean in between the terms, after writing your quotient, you have to write plus before you come and write the quantity for your remainder over the divisor that is given. So if you come and write it this way, x, then you write minus 2x, okay, minus what, 4, all over s squared, okay, minus s plus 1. These two, are they the same?
No, please.
They are obviously not the same. However, this is not your final answer. Okay, this will not be the final answer that will leave, okay, our result in terms of the marking scheme. Anytime you have quantities, okay, and you see negatives, okay, in both quantities, okay, it means you can bring out the negative and the negative will come and affect this. So by that, this is what I mean. Your numerator can factorize into minus out 2s plus 4. Do you agree? All over s squared, then okay, minus x, then plus 1. So if you come and what I'm going to write here, okay, you can ignore. It's the next step that will be critical. So x plus what? Then I factor out my negative, so it will be minus, okay, 2x plus 4 all over what? My x squared minus x, then plus 1. But you know, negative and positive, okay, negative will override the positive, so that will be equal to, okay, x, then minus, then this time around the whole of your numerator is 2s plus 4 all over your x squared minus s, then plus 1. You can always skip this and do this mentally, move from here to here. Is my point well made? Okay, and I think just one or two students, okay, that's what was expected, okay, of you in terms of what you have here. So you have to be very careful. And like I said, all the questions are carefully selected for you to know the various ways that you could be tricked and how to find your way out. Okay, so we thank God for a successful lesson. Any question? Are we all fine? Is everyone okay? Any outstanding issues? Is there anything that I said I will address that I didn't address? So those of you who wrote it there this way, I put this one there. Okay, what do you call exclamation mark or a question mark? But as for your long division, everything is perfect, so I will mark it. But your answer mark, you won't get it. So be very, very careful. And let me also go back to the previous one, okay, and say something which just came to mind. Okay, with this one, those of you who wrote plus 0 over whatever, okay, you know that this second part will give you 0, so you are going to simplify. When you are moving on to simplify, make sure you write your equal to close to the margin. Anytime you want to start writing on the next line, you always start from what? The margins. Please take note. So you only come and write this one here. Don't write it here. I'm not saying if you write it here to be wrong. Always create room. I want it to be part of you. Like anytime you are moving, you know that you are supposed to write the equal to or any other thing that you want to write close to the margin. You don't start anywhere, okay, outside the margin. Okay. Point well made.
Yes.
Okay, so this then becomes the solution to the assignment. We thank God, okay, for once again for a successful lesson.